Hey tech enthusiasts, this is Saf here and welcome back to my channel. Today I have with me two of the very interesting foldable phones. On one end we have the latest from Samsung, the Samsung Z Fold Special Edition, and on the other end we have the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Let's put them face to face and see how they compare. But before that, if you haven't done so, please do make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. So without further ado, let's get started. As far as the design of the phones are concerned, both of them have got glass back. However, with the Google Pixel Fold, we have got a frosted glass back. As far as the Samsung is concerned, they have actually gone for the ridged pattern over here. As far as the frame is concerned, the Pixel, they have actually gone for a matte finish. However, with the Samsung, yes, they have gone for a matte finish as well, but they have actually gone for the ridged pattern throughout the frame of the phone. The most important thing to consider in any foldable phones is the hinge. The hinges makes a huge difference. I'm happy to say that the hinges in both these phones are absolutely brilliant, and the build quality in both these ones are solid. They can actually hold in any given angle. And the next thing which we want to talk about is the front cover display. When it comes to the front cover display, this is where a lot of people had a lot of issues with the Samsung. Samsung always used to have a very narrow front screen, which sometimes used to make typing in the front screen quite cumbersome. But as far as this iteration is concerned, they have addressed that and they've actually given a wide display. They have actually gone from a 6.3 inches to a 6.5 inches with a wider aspect ratio, which makes a huge difference. However, when you compare that with the Pixel has actually gone for the 6.3 inches, and this is how they look from the front screen. You can actually see both have opted for a flatter display. Both of them do really good job. With the Samsung, they've actually gone for a more boxier design. When you compare that with the Pixel, they've actually gone for a rounded corners, and that is how they look when you compare them side by side, and that is how thin they are. As far as the Pixel is concerned, when it's folded, it is 10.5 millimeter versus the 10.6 millimeter. But to be honest with you, both look exactly the same in my opinion, and that is how they look from the hinges, and that is how they look from the top. When you look at them from the front, I like both of them. They both have got very good displays. I cannot complain with either of them. Both of them have done a very good job as far as the front display is concerned. The one big difference I would say is when you actually open these two folds up. So that is how the Pixel looks when you have opened it, and that's how the Samsung looks when you have opened it. As far as display is concerned, the Samsung has gone for 8 inches of display. The same thing with the Pixel as well. Pixel also has got the 8 inches of display. When you unfold them, the Pixel has got a dimensions of a 5.1 millimeters, which is already very slim. However, Samsung is slightly more thinner with a 4.9 millimeters. When it's a folding phone, you cannot escape the inner crease. That's a simple fact. This is how deep the crease is with the Pixel, and this is how the crease is the Samsung one. As far as the crease implementation is concerned, I would say Samsung has done a better job. And as far as display is concerned, both of them have got great displays. They both have got AMOLED display with 120 Hz of refresh rate. So watching content in both of them is an absolute delight. So you can actually see from here how they are. I still feel like the Samsung's aspect ratio when watching content is slightly, I would say slightly a bit better when you compare that to the Pixel. As far as display is concerned, both of them do a terrific job. So you will be happy with either of them. The next thing which I want to talk about is the cameras. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Samsung has got a 3 camera setup, and as far as the Pixel is concerned, Pixel also has got a 3 camera setup. The pictures taken from both the phones are pretty good. So here are some of the samples. And when you compare the processor in these two phones, this is where they both have got a bit of difference. As far as the Pixel is concerned, the Pixel has got the Tensor G4 chipset. When you compare that with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, which is still faster. As far as the benchmark is concerned, yes, the benchmark might give you a different story. The day-to-day activities in these two phones have been absolutely solid. So no matter whatever applications you throw at it, they both work absolutely solid. So if you are using any kind of social media applications, whether it is Instagram or things like that, they both have got a very good optimization. Not only are these applications optimized in the front screen, they also have got very good optimization when you actually open them up in the bigger display. There's one thing which I wanted to mention about is the multitasking. The multitasking is where they have got a bit of difference. As far as the Pixel is concerned, you can only open two applications simultaneously. If you actually want to open up a third application, it just replaces that one, or you can actually see, you can either put it over here or over there. You just can't have more than two applications open at the same time. You can actually make this one bigger or that one bigger, but that's about it. However, with the Samsung, you have got one application open over here. You got the second application open over there. Apart from that one, you can actually have, not only that, you can actually have the third application open over here as well. If you think that you want more than three, you can still open a fourth application over here as well. And that becomes like a floating window. So now let's talk about the speakers. Both of them have got very good speakers. Both have got stereo speakers. They both have got bottom and top firing speakers. Let's see how they are. So that's how they both sound. I like both of them. When you compare them side by side, I feel like Samsung has slightly a bit better, better speaker quality when you compare that with the Pixel. So to conclude, what do I think about these two phones? I have used both of them, and in my personal opinion, I like both of them for different reasons. As far as Samsung is concerned, yes, Samsung has gone for a 6.5-inch screen, which I really like. They've got a more boxier design, a flat screen, and the front cover display is a bit bigger. So typing in this one has been absolutely brilliant. And from my experience, the speaker sounds a bit better when you compare that with the Pixel. The implementation of the crease is a bit less visible when you compare that with the Pixel, and that is some things which are brilliant with Samsung. However, as far as the Google is concerned, Google has got a brilliant camera. It's got a 5 times of optical zoom, and also the aspect ratio is a bit more manageable with the 6.3 inches of a display, and also the front cover display is much more wider. Even though they have made the front cover screen wider in the Samsung, still Pixel feels much more wider. And as far as the battery life is concerned, both of them are pretty equal in battery life, so you can't actually differentiate between which one is better or which one is worse. Both of them have got a decent battery life which will last you for a whole day for day-to-day activities. However, the biggest factor when you are considering is, yes, both of them are global editions, but as far as Google is concerned, Google is widely available in everywhere. Whether you are Western market, Eastern market, you can purchase Google without any issues. However, that cannot be said with the Samsung Special Edition. Yes, Samsung Special Edition, even though it is a global edition, you cannot get that in the Western markets, let alone Western markets. You can't even get, if you are in India or places like that, you can't even get it over there. You can only get the global edition from South Korea, so you have to import that from South Korea, and also it is not cheaper. It is 2,500 pounds. Yes, it is 2,500 pounds. When you compare that with the Pixel, like to like, Pixel cost you around, say, if I'm not wrong, 1,700-1,800 pounds when you compare that with the Samsung. So price is a major factor. If you negate the price, both of these phones are absolutely brilliant. If you are a person who do not want to compromise and you want to have the best camera, I would say go for the Pixel. But if you are a person who wants a lighter phone and who wants an overall very good software experience with the One UI, and yes, Samsung is a very good choice in that case. But apart from that one, if you ask me, I love both these phones. So it depends on personal choices. That is all from me. Thank you very much for watching. Until then, keep safe. Thank you very much.